What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Soulful of SoulfulSax Gaming, and we are live today here on Twitch. Today we are playing some Division 2. If you guys were actually with us last week, we went ahead and we completed the Warlords of New York DLC, and I honestly will say that that DLC was amazing. I loved it. The storyline was really good. You actually have to get all of the recordings to really understand the full understanding of the story of what Keener was doing in the background in New York. But I did. I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. It was really enjoyable. So today we are actually gonna just back to DC. As you can see, we are about to do some missions. Right now, what I need to do is I need to level my guy up. The final mission for Warlords of New York on last Monday. It took us, I think, 4 hours. Yeah, I streamed for a good 4 hours on Monday, and I went through 3 different teams, and every time we got wiped. I mean, literally, we got wiped. I was streaming without my mic on, and we were playing some Division, just like we're doing now. And last night, I wanted to get a new gear set. So guess what? I was like, okay, well let's do some targeted loot farming. So you go in here, you go into your map, you pull up your targeted loot farming area. So I was looking for stuff like this. This green icon indicates that it is a gear set that you could pick up. So last night we were doing camp. Yeah, we were doing this one. We were doing this mission last night because the gear set option resets every 24 hours. So it was up here last night. Was it up there? Whatever. Yeah, it was at Camp White Oak. So we were doing that mission last night, and again it took us 3 hours to challenge level mission. Challenging. Okay? Now I'm gonna show you something. If I go back into here, I'm gonna load up the mission that I'm standing next to, which is this one, the Grand Washington Hotel. Jeez. There's a harder level called Heroic, where the mission parameters are absolutely insane. Okay? Get shot twice and be dead. One shot by a automatic instant kill. Right? I was playing it on challenging. I've been playing challenging ever since I was 30, like 4 months ago. That's how I've always been farming all my gear. We farm everything on challenging. And it took 3 hours last night to get through a mission. The enemies are stacked in a way where they have so many hit points that is ridiculous. You have to unload 2-3 clips into one enemy just so you can be able to kill them. And it was getting outrageous. Like, I mean, we were getting wiped. The team that I was with last night, luckily, I'll admit this. The guys that I was playing with last night, they had some heart. Because after the first hour, even myself, I was like, you know what? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm just going to go to sleep. But they was like, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. Let's keep going. Every time we wiped out, every time we got killed as a full team, we would respawn in and they would just keep going. And they would just keep going. And I'm talking about every section. Every section we would get to. When we get to a checkpoint and we'd get wiped. We'd get to the next checkpoint. We'd get wiped. And it was just like, oh my God, I don't have patience for this right now. And Luckily, I was not streaming with my mic on last night because you guys would have heard a whole lot of cursing. And I promise you, I try not to curse because a lot of my videos, my live streams are uploaded onto YouTube. So I try not to curse in my my videos, my live stream content. And last night, with the mic off, at 3 o'clock in the morning, I was cursing up a storm. When I say I was cursing up a storm, I was so pissed. It was ridiculous. On a challenging mission, we were getting overran. And it was just outrageous. I couldn't believe it. I even tweeted this morning, and I even had to tag Ubisoft Massive, the company that makes the Division 2. They need to fix the scaling on these missions. Like, these level 40 enemies are absolutely outrageous. And I think the reason why they're so high, and I'm going to show you why, is because of this. The new shade levels. So once you get and you complete the DLC, you unlock Keener's Watch. Keener's Watch gives you additional buffs. So for Massive and them to be able to compete with what we can increase based on these watch levels, like right here, I can increase my headshot damage by, 50 points, critical hit chance, all weapon damage. Now, let me go down to this. Only did crit chance. One crit chance, you can max it out as a max level of 10%. So let's say, as an example, my stats on my character already have 0.2% crit hit chance, right? Because I don't stack crit chance on my build. I never try to. I like to stack a lot of crit hit damage, right? I got 25 damage, 62% headshot damage, and I have 1,000 weapon damage, right? I try to stack those stats on my build because those stats are going to give you like the most amount of damage. Now, I didn't know if you switch weapons, it changes it. That's interesting. How about that? I did not realize it does that. Okay, that's cool. Alright, so if I go back into my shade levels, right, and I max out let's say I maxed out my crit hit chance by 10%. Now I'm adding 10% on top of the rest of the damage I'm already doing because this gives me no buff. I think what Massive and them were trying to do was they're trying to make sure that when we add these additional buffs to our gear, these buffs do not cause overpowered. But to be honest with you, let us be overpowered. Who wants to go into a game you spent hours, I'm talking about hours, farming the gear, farming the of your gear, only to get wiped because the enemies that you're trying to fight require you to unload 3, 4, 5 clips of bullets into them. And last night, I'll show you, man. Right now, switch up my LMG because I just was not doing enough damage. This LMG does 69.4k damage. This is the one that I'm rocking. But I was rocking this Stoner LMG. I was rocking this one last night. I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Ooh. Ooh. What's the talent on this one? Overwhelmed, suppressed. Suppressing an enemy that is not currently suppressed grants 10% weapon damage for 12 seconds. Max stack is a 4. Oh, they got the same talent. Okay, yeah. So, in this one, as you can see, this one had a magazine of 325 bullets. Okay? 325 bullets. Okay. Alright, I get that. I had to reload this gun 2 and 3 times to take down heavies. You're talking about over 900 rounds to take out one guy? Massive. Fix this. Like that's stupid. 900 rounds of ammunition, and I have look at my stability stack. It's maxed out. I don't even need to hold my actual controller to be able to aim. I just need to keep the reticle on the character, and it does not sway. My gun does not sway, like bullet sway, any of that. I don't have to worry about that because I have so much stability stacked on this gun based on my mods. I am not losing any type of stability on my gun. So I can put the reticle on the character, light him up with 320, and it does hardly nothing. Reload the gun, do it again, and don't do nothing. I was so pissed last night. I was like, this is outrageous. And the guys that I was playing with last night, you know what I'm saying? Like, straight up shouts out to them, because I'm talking about, we kept having to save each other. One person would go down, another person would run over, try and help that person, they'd get dropped. Another person would throw like a revive hive, pick us, and then we'll run back, and then the three of us all will get wiped because they'll shoot like a grenade launcher at us, and the grenade would land like directly in the middle of the three of us standing next to each other trying to get ammo from the ammo box. Boom! All of us are wiped down, and then only one guy is left. And it was like, are you kidding me? There were points where we got pushed back. We'll move up a checkpoint, right? We'll get to a certain area where it's like a checkpoint. We'll move into the next area. Enemies would push us back into the area that we just finished clearing because it was so many of them and they were so overpowered. They would just push us back and push us back and keep pushing us back because it was like the only way to stay alive was just to stay away from them and shoot them from a like really far distance. Massive. Y'all gotta fix this, man. Like I get it. I understand it's hard to balance a game like this, but when you start adding stuff like this to the game, and you have scaling that the players have, turn it down because you can always increase it later. Turn it down. So there's a problem when you turn it up too high, and then it causes players to be like, you know what, I'm not playing this no more. Animal Crossing just dropped. I'll just go play Animal Switch. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my god, like for real. I'll just go play Roblox with my kids. You know what? I'll go play Warzone on Call of Duty instead of getting, you know what I'm saying, basically by the division. Like, come on, man, massive. Y'all have got to do something different. This ain't right. This just ain't right. Not at all. And I mean, it might sound like right now I'm ranting. I am. I'm ranting. It took me 3 hours last night. I didn't get off until I think like 3:30, almost 4 o'clock in the morning last night. I got on at like 12:30, 1 o'clock. That's a long mission.